Hey guys, and welcome to my Darkest Dungeon video. So basically we have gotten a bit farther. We got our first level 2 and 3 characters, and we had no deaths, yay! And we have our first boss fight against the Necro. So I will be explaining when that fight comes up, how to do that fight, and yeah, all that fun stuff. Along the way though, I do have some more tips, and I will also explain different goals or different strategies that I am trying to do at this current moment. So I hope you guys like the video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Alright, so for this first part, just to let you guys know like what buildings I'm upgrading and why, I basically am aiming for the chapel, the tavern, and the blacksmith. The chapel and the tavern we do right away because you will always have a character in there trying to relieve stress. Like, I swear those are like the two most used places next to trying to get rid of disease. And then the blacksmith you want to get ready as fast as you can because you need the better gear. You're just it's like any other game. Better gear, better equipment, it ups your chances. So you want to make sure you get that done. And then if you have leftover materials, then you want to upgrade your sanctuary, whatever. Hospital. We'll go with the hospital. You want to upgrade your hospital. Sorry, like brain glitch. But anyways, then you want to upgrade the hospital to make it a little bit cheaper, so that you more beds and cheaper, so that when you have to cure a bunch of people, you have room and it's not so expensive. So anyways, I hope this makes sense in like which buildings you want to work with first, and then which building you want to think about a little bit later down the line. I just want to add in real quick that
Carelessness
some
will
characters are
find
good
no
at
clemency
seeing traps,
in this
some
place.
aren't. There are also items that can make you better at finding traps in the game, because you guys will notice, like starting off too, you will basically see a trap, maybe touch it and still get hit by the trap. You may even just walk over the trap never seeing it. So just kind of like a hint there, there are items to help you along with that.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Decimated. Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold. The
Okay, so I wanted to go over the cove a little bit since we do have a cove dungeon that we did. This first guy that's in front, you see the blobby looking dude and like two other fishes. Okay, so the cove is like kill order specific. Very, very much. Okay, this blobby dude in the front, you have to kill him as fast as you can because he will explode and do basically, I believe, AoE damage. I know he explodes for sure. The fish all the way in the back with the staff heals must die next if you can get to him, or else it makes for very long fights. So that's just something to keep in mind. Kill order wise, for this type of lineup.
blossoms.
Alright, so for this lineup, you see two fishy type dudes with shields. They are tanks. They take a bit to take down. They will buff well, in this one it seems like they buffed the spear fish a lot, but they will buff a character or protect a character, shield a character, I guess. And so then it's a real pain to get to, get through the shield, but it can be done. However, I still stand by this one. Now you see the healing fish in the back. Try and get that one first if you can. If you can. So, like, as always, it's good to carry somebody that can do range, like, and then try and, chew through the tanks. But you definitely do not want the healer up while you have, like, in this case, two tanks up, because, again, long fight. And eventually that adds on to madness and all kinds of stuff, and if fights go too long, it's not a good thing. So just something kind of keep in mind. Again, healer fish first, and then go after the bulky and the squishy.
Destroyed. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Obliterated. Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light? Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
Okay, so here's the kill order for this kind of lineup, but I did it kind of backwards. I don't know what I was thinking when I went into this fight. I mean, we still made it out. But technically you want to kill the guy with his hands on his head first, because he raises the madness in your characters. And in a medium to long dungeon like what we're in right now, because we're on our way to the Necro boss, that's not a good thing. And then there's a caster behind him. That caster doesn't heal, unlike in the Cove, and so you can either kill that caster next, or you can leave it for last, whichever. And then you can kill the two guys up front. Now, the two guys up front, they just melee attacks, nothing too big. So anyways, I hope that helps with the order of keeping your madness down when you're doing like these long to medium dungeons, because they do start throwing in characters that will purposely like raise your character's madnesses.
A singular strike!
So I don't think I went over it yet, but there are campfires. And basically, in medium dungeons, they give you wood, and you can basically make a camp in part of the dungeon, or at certain parts of the dungeon. Usually it's one camp per medium dungeon or whatnot. So with that, there you can heal your characters, bring down their madness, you know, buff them if you have enough points. They give you X amount of points to use. Each item that you use has a set number that it'll take away from that total. And you can also feed your characters, which will help them be a little bit happier. So this is very, very useful. You just have to time out when it's a good time to use the campfire. For me, I try to use it when I think my characters are absolutely at their lowest, or if I think I'm getting close to a boss. Because you do not want your characters to be down and then you hit the boss. So, yeah. I hope that helps explain the campfires a little bit and their usefulness.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
So here we are up to the necro fight, and the basics on this guy is he will spawn, I believe it's 3 ads, and they will be in front of him, and so and he'll be in the back. What you want to do is just go after him, because if you try and take down the ads, he will just keep spawning them, and you will never get this done because you won't be able to get to him. So with this fight, it would be good to carry somebody that can do range, like far back range. So for me, I have a Houndmaster that can do that, and I have my gunner guy. And this is where stuff like the Plague Doctor would come in handy, any of that. So that's something else to keep in mind. So like you could do like Houndmaster and Plague Doctor and probably be fine for this fight too. Or the Gunner and the Houndmaster, or the Bowman and any of these other ranges. And I think there's a girl that throws daggers too. I can't remember her name right now. Yay, brain glitch. But any of those ranges will help with this fight. So there is your tip on how to do the necro fight.
How quickly the tide turns. As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. And now the true test. Hold fast, or expire. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And just a small reminder, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to help boost my video. That would mean like the world to me. Thank you.